Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, a small ship sailing small itineraries, which means you're going to need to maximize your time.
We are going to share the tips and tricks that we gathered on our weekend cruise on Paradise today on this happy place.
Hi friends!
And welcome back to this happy place.
We recently sailed aboard Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, which is the smaller of their currently 2 ships, for a 3-night sailing to Grand Bahama and back.
If you want to see our entire trip, make sure you check out our full vlog series, which is only 3 videos, that will be linked in the description below. You can get a really good look at what a 3-night sailing on the Paradise will look like for you.
And if you know that you'll be sailing on the Paradise soon, make sure you hit the bell and subscribe, because we've got a full ship tour coming out very soon that you're not going to want to miss.
Before we jump into the 10 tips and tricks that we gathered while on the Paradise, let's go over a little bit of the facts about this ship so you have all of the information going in.
Margaritaville at Sea acquired this ship, their smallest ship, Paradise, and began operating in 2022. It is 34 years old, which is old for a ship. It cruised 620, and it has a total passenger capacity of 1,680, so it's a smaller ship.
This ship is currently sailing out of West Palm Beach, Florida on 2- and 3-night sailings to Grand Bahama Island. And starting at the end of April, they are going to start 4-night sailings, which will also include a stop in Key West.
Now, on to the tips and tricks.
Number 1, if you are pre-buying a drink or an internet package, be aware that they may be assigned to just one person or the wrong person. Unlike most cruise lines, when you sail on Margaritaville at Sea, one individual person in a stateroom can buy a drink package without the other person or anyone else having to. But those drink packages, and in our case, the internet packages, kind of get assigned at random. When we went to get our drink packages, they were both under my name. They were 2 different drink packages, but it wasn't really that big of a deal because you get a wristband that is what your drink package is on. You can't share them technically because you still have to give your room key card when you order a drink, but they might be under one person, both people. You just kind of gotta give them your names, they'll find it. It's all by hand. The internet package Jake bought, and he went to sign in and it wasn't working. So what did you do?
I went to guest services, as you do, and just said like I can't sign in. They had me pull up the system to log in on my phone, and I showed them, hey, here's the criteria, it won't let me log in. They asked me if I tried logging in as the other person in my stateroom. I told them that wasn't really my responsibility to try, and they fixed it for me so that I could log in using my own credentials. But they did say while I was there that their current system just sometimes randomly assigns a package to anybody in the stateroom. If you purchase an internet package and can't access it, just for ease and to save a little time, try logging in with the other person's name in your stateroom. It may get you in faster. And number 2, aboard Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, at least in the Ocean View stateroom, which is what we sailed in, there is really only one 120-volt outlet, standard US outlet that you're used to seeing like in your house. You can go to guest services and request a 220-volt adapter for some of the other outlets in the room, which is pretty fantastic. I'm not used to seeing that on other cruise lines, or you can bring your own. Other than that one outlet, your only options for charging electronic devices are via USB from the TV, and I think there is one USB plug in the phone as well.
They were very slow though. You're not gonna charge your phone in 10 minutes using those. So if you think you're going to need more power, just go to guest services and get an adapter, but make sure to turn it back in before the cruise is over so you aren't charged for it. And number 3, another thing that we thought was really interesting and unlike some other cruises we have been on is that each bar, and there are a nice number of them considering the size of the ship, has a different menu that has unique drinks to that bar. So if you're like us and we like to have a cocktail, but we don't know cocktails, you know, we know a margarita, we know a daiquiri, but we're not super creative making fun, unique drinks. You don't have to be. You can just go to the different bars, look at the menu, and there's gonna be different types of margaritas, different types of mules. They had a ton of unique drinks and they were all really delicious.
Number 4. This one's about dining. Just pay attention to the venue hours. These are typically going to be listed for you in the daily planner that you get. It's important to note that from one sailing to the next, this might change, but on ours, Cheeseburgers in Paradise typically closed around 6 p.m., right at the time that the buffet was opening. So if you had a plan to go to Cheeseburger in Paradise, get one thing, go to the buffet and get something else, just know that there's not really a lot of overlap there. You kind of have to time it right.
And number 5, check out the entire buffet. It's not huge, but there is kind of a front and back section, or more of a middle and back section. And they do have slightly different offerings. So if you're not seeing something that you want in the middle, head to the back, they have something different. But no, the closer and closer it gets to closing, they start removing some of the items. I think it was specifically from the back section. Is that right?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
We typically weren't there late enough to really see much of that happening. We tend to dine pretty early. This is not to say there's not variety in the buffet. There's a panini station, there's a pasta station. The differences between the front and back portion of the main sections of the buffet were really pretty subtle, but it's worth checking out because you may find something in one that you like that you don't find in the other place.
Before we get into the second half of this list, let us know in the comments below, when are you sailing on the Paradise? I'm assuming if you're watching this video that you have a trip planned or are planning to book a trip on the Paradise. And if you're watching this after a cruise on this ship, let us know what you thought and if you have any tips and tricks to add to ours.
Number 6, the QR code on the back of your plastic boarding pass that you get before you get onto the ship and you carry around with you the whole time you're there. That QR code is actually a scannable PDF file of your daily planner.
The checklist to chill.
That PDF is super handy because whether you have the Wi-Fi package or not, you can scan it, get the PDF of your checklist to chill, and have the day's events, entertainment, dining times, everything right there at your disposal so you don't have to carry that paper version around with you all day.
And number 7, if you are looking for a more quiet place to sit and relax while you are on this ship, the spa, the nightclub, and Keys are all very empty and quiet during the day. We had no idea the spa had seating that anyone could use until we filmed the ship tour on our last day. But that is a great spot if you want to read or if you just want to get away from the crowds. And then those other 2 locations, the nightclub and Keys, were really always empty because they're more of a nighttime venue. And they would play quiet music in them. And in Keys, the bar in there opened at 9 a.m. So you didn't have to leave there if you didn't want to.
Number 8, smoking. If you're a smoker, know that the smoking section of the ship is port side on the pool deck, and on this particular ship, the casino is non-smoking. That is not typical for most ships, and it's the first ship I've been on where that's the case.
Yeah. And number 9, we were taught something, luckily, within the first few minutes of being in our room from our stateroom attendant. But if you don't get to talk to them, no, there is a switch at the very, very front of the room, right when you enter the door. It's a big one. If you hit it, it turns off everything in your room. A lot of cruise ships have this. But on the Paradise, it even turns off your toilets. So
it turns off the lights, turns off the flush function.
Yeah, it turns off everything. So be aware if you accidentally bump that, or if you're like, why are there no lights in my room? It's probably that switch.
And finally, number 10, Cheeseburger in Paradise. I know we mentioned this earlier. While it does tend to close about the time that the buffet opens for dinner, the rest of the day, and even after it does close, the seating area there is still open. The outdoor seating area around Cheeseburger at Paradise is an excellent place to escape some of the crowds in the buffet. You can take your food right from the buffet area outside to Cheeseburger in Paradise, pick a seat that's largely in an empty area, and enjoy the views without the hustle and bustle of a crowd around you.
Be aware that they need to change this. Don't have full hands, especially if it's not very busy, because the doors are pulls.
Yeah.
So if you have a plate of food in one hand and a cup of water and coffee in the other, it's gonna be really hard to get outside to Cheeseburger in Paradise. So we would just do trips, or I would just stand there pathetically and wait for someone to open the door for me.
At meal times, there was enough traffic.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big problem. Yeah, the first time I went with a plate of food and an ice cream in one hand, it was like, oh no. Just wait, I hear a today, I guess.
Oh yeah. Bonus time.
Of course.
Most ships have them, but go to the information events. Usually they're kind of dry. That was not the case on this. It was super exciting, and you get a little ticket stub when you get in. They gave away so much free stuff. So it was like a 20-minute thing in the theater, and they gave away drink packages and spa packages and excursions and free cruises and merchandise. It's really worth going just to like potentially walk away with something for free. And if Terry is still the cruise director, she is so much fun, and she made that event even better because she was just like great.
Yeah, it felt like a game show. Yeah. It was great.
And you were cheering for everyone else when they won. We didn't win anything, but it didn't matter. It was just fun. The best cruise information event we had ever been to. And there you have it, a quick list of some tips and tricks for you for your next sailing on the Paradise.
Don't let the entire rest of the internet deceive you. There are many, many wonderful things about Margaritaville at sea. At least from our experience,
Absolutely.
the Paradise was an incredible ship. We really enjoyed our time aboard. The crew made that cruise absolutely unforgettable.
If you want to see more about our likes and dislikes of the Paradise, because though we had a wonderful time, there are always things that could be improved on, that video will be coming out in a couple weeks. So as we said earlier, make sure you're subscribed. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, whatever you want. And until next time, stay magical. Bye. Good dear. This is for tips and tricks for the Paradise. So please remove yourself backwards and hit some poses slowly and hold them.
Bop, bop.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Purple,
No, that's
purple,
pink. That's very pink.
it's all purple,
That's pink.
purple, blue.
No, it's pink.
That is not pink.
It's pink, Jake. I have blue on right now.
Purple.
There, now. Yeah, perfect, stop.
You good?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I'm just checking it. Ow, my heels. And number 5. I already forgot what it was.
I took a guess at what number we were on and I got it right. I'm very impressed.
Penny,
What?
if you were gonna sit down there and fart,
God.
you have to go somewhere else.
Oh no.
That is, Penny. That's so stinky. Hey. Penny. Come on.
God, it's like burnt rubber.
It's real bad. All right, that's it. Bye.
Bye.